Good morning, guys. How y'all doing this morning? I want to talk to you guys about my health this morning. This is the slow life. Okay. So at the beginning of the year, I told myself I need to lose 20 pounds. And I've been here for a year and a half at that time. And it just, the weight fell off, but then it got stuck and it wouldn't go no more. So I still had about 15, 20 pounds to go. So I had been talking to different people about keto and a carnivore diet. Vegan I knew was out because I knew I loved meat too much, so I knew that wasn't even in it. So I started out with keto, and here it is, the first part of March, and already for this year I'm down 15 pounds. I got 5 more pounds to go to reach my goal. And then after that, guys, I'm starting to like keto so much, so I think I'm just gonna stay with it. It may not be 100%, but I'm gonna at least be 90% keto. I may take a weekend off every other week, and maybe have some corn tortillas or something like that at that point. Still light, but just not all out like I have been doing for the most part. But I got to tell you about what happened to me the other day. The other day, Monday of this week, I woke up and I was feeling fine. Then I started feeling sick. I got the chills and I was freezing cold, and it was like 85 degrees, which is no reason to be cold. I mean, I was shivering. I was cold. Okay. And then I grabbed me a blanket, I wrapped up, and I slept for about 2 hours. And then I woke up and I started feeling a little bit better. And gradually, little by little, I got better. Come to find out what it was the day before, that Sunday, me and Carla went to Dairy Queen, and I had a big blizzard. And that blizzard has all them carbs in it and all that sugar in it. And my body wasn't used to all that sugar and carbs, and it was a shock to my body. And it made me sick. I had a fever and the chills. That blew my mind. I said to myself then, okay, this ain't worth it. So I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to show you guys the kind of breakfast I have now. I used to have stuff like a big bowl of cereal, you know, maybe two big bowls of cereal with milk and all that. And I'm gonna show you and Eric, I told my wife, if we gonna do this, everybody in the house gotta do it. So Eric is on keto too, and he's down about 10 pounds, 15 pounds, for the year, fluctuating between about 12 to 15 pounds. I'm fluctuating between about 17 pounds and about 13 pounds, okay? But let me just show you what my breakfast consists of now. For the most part, we have a lot of bacon and eggs, but most days, the easy days, we just have a shake, okay? And it almost seems like you're not eating, but when you see what all I put in it, you're gonna see, okay, yeah, you are eating. So here it is right here. I start out my base with strawberries, right? And then we have this veggie mix, which is kale, spinach, and some other stuff, like 4 different types of leafy vegetables. I take a little bit of this right here is ginger. I put a little bit of a ginger in there. I put 2 avocados, 2 tomatoes. There right there is some celery. There right there is some cucumber, some cantaloupe. And then we got this protein deal. I put like a scoop in there. And then some stevia. Put that in there to sweeten it. We used to, stevia right here. Sometime, but I'm out of it right now, we'd have like blueberries, raspberries, and stuff like that. Okay, and all these are the things that are approved for keto. I used to put ice in there. Oh, you know what else I forgot? I also put almond milk in there. Yeah, I forgot about the almond milk. We put almond milk in there. You can see that. And coconut water. We get fresh coconut water straight from the coconut from a vendor on the street. Okay. Those are my ingredients for our breakfast shake. And I used to put ice in there, but now I just freeze my vegetables like the cantaloupe and the cucumbers and the celery and the strawberries and even the other berries when we have them. And I'm thinking about taking avocados and freezing them because I use 2 avocados every morning, usually about 2 tomatoes. So sometimes I don't have tomatoes or 1 tomato, I just use that. But I used to use ice, but I don't have an ice maker in my refrigerator, and a bag of ice in this little bitty refrigerator that I have takes up too much room. So I just freeze the vegetables and the fruit and let that make the drink cold, and we just have it that way. And it's a nice thick drink. We have it equals out to about a 20 ounce, maybe, and we get a little bit left over. So we get about 20 ounces a piece, and that's breakfast. And that'll usually last us to about 12 or 1 o'clock. And then we get us something to eat for lunch. The other days I have some waffles and eggs and bacon, waffle, eggs, and sausage. And you guys know that I make my own sausage. I get some ground pork and you have to ask for the fat here because the pork is so lean. So I have to ask for extra fat. And then I mix it all up from a video that I get on YouTube. And sometimes we have breakfast sausage and waffles. And I make my waffles out of a keto mix we get from Walmart or Costco. And it's made with almond flour. So when we have that breakfast, we don't eat again till about 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening because it's kind of heavy. But all I can tell you guys is this thing is working. It feels good because I'm putting on shirts that used to be real tight. And now they fitting loose. My pants, I got all the way up to like a 38. Now I need to go get me some 34s because my pants are too big. My belts, I had to put extra holes in them. And I still have another 5 pounds to go. And who knows, I might get all the way down 5 pounds below my goal. So anyway, the hard part is, and then also guys, remember I'm walking in the morning time before I trade, and sometime I'll bike in the morning time before I trade. So I wake up about 5:30 and get out somewhere between 6 and 6:30 and ride for about an hour to an hour and a half, or walk for an hour to an hour and a half, then come back home and get set up for trading. I'm gonna tell you guys, I am gonna live here healthier on accident than I did in the US. And I don't know if it's the weather, the way it feels, the fresh air when you're out walking and riding, or I don't know what it is. It seemed like keto was gonna be very hard for me, but I went to a restaurant the other day and they had burritos, and the burritos were really looking good. And so I ordered a burrito. And man, I wanted to eat that shell, but I just emptied everything out of the burrito, put it on a plate, and just ate the burrito and asked for extra onions. And I think they had some other little tomatoes and salsa and stuff like that, pico de gallo. I put that in there. And that was my meal. I'm learning to do it. We don't eat hamburgers. We eat a taco salad without the shells. We have guacamole, like when we go to a restaurant as an appetizer, and we'll eat it with a spoon, okay? We just finding ways to make things work. Sometimes I want a peanut butter sandwich, but we make it off of our waffles. We put peanut butter on the waffles that we make with the almond flour and stuff. The other day I had fried chicken because I wanted some crispy chicken. And we have some coconut flour. So I made it with that, and it was pretty good. But now going forward, I think if I have fried chicken, if we go buy it, I'm not gonna worry about the skin because it's just a small amount of flour. So if ever we buy fried chicken, and we usually don't buy it that often, we'll get grilled chicken, or you get the wings without the bread. They call it breaded here. And then when I'm home, I usually use the air fryer. But the other day I wanted some fried chicken with the skin and the crispiness. So I use coconut flour. So anyway, guys, I'm enjoying this weight loss. And if you want to lose weight, I suggest try keto and then exercise. But the hard part is going to be is getting my stomach, getting that six-pack stomach, or getting that real flat stomach. So even when you sit down, your stomach is flat. I can stand up now and my stomach is pretty flat, but I want to get to the point where when I sit down, my stomach is flat. So that's also one of my goals that I'll be working on this year. But here's what I learned from Jim Rohn. This is what he says. He says, one discipline leads to another discipline. If you discipline in one thing, it's easier to be disciplined in another thing. And I'm just thinking about when I'm trading, you have to be disciplined in trading, right? So maybe that has taught me to be disciplined in waking up, doing my walking, doing my bike riding, and then also sticking with this diet. I had a Snickers about 3 weeks ago, and the Snickers didn't even taste good. I said, this wasn't even worth it. And it came with my the meal at the movies. So we done switched over to diet drinks and drinking a lot of water, and now the diet drinks don't even have an aftertaste to me anymore. So you do what you got to do to make things work. Guess what? We went riding with this guy we know that's 74 years old, and we couldn't even keep up with him. I want that to be me, okay? So anyway, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope, if you try keto, I hope it works for you. If you don't, do what works for you. But until the next time, peace out. And remember, keep it slow.